Katrina. Okay, so in this story, it's called The Third Grade Detective, and it's about Todd, and Todd's teacher is Mr. Merlin, and Todd's teacher and Todd and the third grade class, they like to solve mysteries, okay? Right, mysteries with clues, right? And one of the mysteries that I want to tell you about is there's going to be a handkerchief, okay? They're going to find a handkerchief. So this word right here is handkerchief. And why it's important that you know this word is that a handkerchief is like a tissue, but it's made out of cloth. So it's kind of like a towel. And a lot of people, they use it sometimes to wipe sweat off of them or to blow their nose into it. Okay? So that's why I want you to know what a handkerchief is. And this is the word handkerchief. Can you say the word handkerchief?
Handkerchief.
Okay, so now you're going to start reading. You're going to read up to here. Right? You're going to read up to here. I'm just showing you. And then you're going to read the rest to yourself.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it. Ready? Go for it.
We're hungry, Grandma, Todd said. Did you bake some cookies last night? Don't I always? His grandmother said. Todd grinded. Naughtily called her mother to...
Noelle, I should tell you her friend's name. So Todd, and his friend's name is Noelle.
Oh.
But what could you do if you didn't know her name?
Sound it out.
What else could you have done? What do you do when you see names?
Skip the word.
No. If
No.
you see a name, you just can say their first initial. So what's the first initial?
N.
Good. Okay.
And called her mother to tell her where she was. Todd's grandmother poured 2 glasses of milk and put the cookie platter in the center of the table. We can eat in your treehouse. We can eat in your, and whispered. That's a great idea, Todd said. I haven't been up there since last summer. His grandmother put their milk in plastic cups. She put their cookies in a plastic bag. Then Todd and Ann headed out the back door to the treehouse. Do I read the back also?
Yeah.
Finished.
You finished? You're smiling. Why are you smiling?
I don't know.
Did you like the story? So can you tell me a little bit about the story? You can start at the beginning, okay?
Okay.
And you can look back.
What was the question?
Tell me a little bit about the story.
That there was a pink handkerchief and Todd's grandma was cooking cookies for Todd and
Mm-hmm.
and then they went to their tree. They went to Todd's tree house,
Mm-hmm.
and then the handkerchief had looked like there was earwax on it, and then there was an initial that was JPJ. And
Doing great.
then when Niall went home, Todd went to his room and he hanged up the handkerchief inside a plastic bag on top of his dresser. Then he brought the handkerchief to school to show the third grade class how they could solve what it is.
What do you mean by solve what it is?
Like, know who
Mm-hmm.
left the pink handkerchief at Todd's treehouse.
Nice job. You did a great job with this retell. Wow, you told me so many important details. Well, what's the most important thing that they need to do in this story?
They need to see who left the handkerchief
Mm-hmm.
at Todd's treehouse.
I'm so proud of you. I love that smile on your face. I'm going to ask you some questions now, okay? Did such a great job. So where did Todd and Noelle have their snack? I think you told me, but tell me again.
They had it up inside their treehouse.
And what do Noelle and Todd want to find out?
they wanted to find out how the handkerchief got there. And what was the question? I forgot.
Just what did Todd and Noelle want to find out?
Oh. Who left it there? And who wrote their initials
Okay.
on the handkerchief.
Nice job. Okay. Now the letters JPJ, I guess those are the initials, right? On the pink handkerchief that Todd and Noelle found. How do you think these can help Todd and Noelle? How can those initials help them?
It can help them by trying to say what it means.
What does it mean? What do you think it means?
I think it means like,
I mean, you don't have to tell me what JPJ, but what do you think JPJ are? They are what?
they're like a group of people.
A group. You think it's a group of people?
No. I think it's like a,
Well, read this line again. Read this.
here's the clue. JPJ. That's someone's initials.
What does that mean?
It's someone's initials.
Okay, like, give me an example.
Oh.
Like, what do you mean by initials? Do you have initials?
Yeah.
What are your initials?
They're KSD.
Right, KSD, because those are your initials. So when you say, so how would JPJ help Todd and Noelle?
To figure out what the name is.
Okay, good. Yeah, that sounds a little better than trying to say what it means, right? Now you're telling me figure out the name. Okay, right? Because now I know we're looking for a, what? We're looking for a,
We're looking for a person.
a person. Good. We're looking for a person. Okay, good. And who do you think will help Todd figure out the mystery? Who's going to help him figure out the mystery?
I think the grandma, because she's like the only one at the house.
Okay, who else might help him? Who else do we learn about in the story that might be able to help him solve this mystery?
And will also help him.
Good, and we'll help him. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Probably be towards the end.
And the mom.
Okay, yeah, maybe the mom, who's not even in the story, but possibly. Let's go with people who are in the story. It's going to be towards the end. Towards the end, I believe. They'll tell you who's going to help. You want to go back and reread the end?
Yeah.
Why don't you reread this last paragraph and see if you can figure out who else might help?
Mr. M.
Who's Mr. M?
Their third grade device teacher.
Okay. Do we know what this says? Do we know this word?
Detectives.
Okay. So who's Mr. M?
The third grade detectives.
Okay. So wait. Who's Mr. M? Let's go with Mr. M first. Who's Mr. M?
He is a person, and
How does Todd know Mr. M? What's their relationship?
He's been to his room a lot to solve clues.
Okay. Mr. M is very much like me.
Mm-hmm.
What's our relationship?
Um,
Who am I to you?
a person talking. No.
What do I do in this school? Who am I?
You
Mrs. Toppy is one. Oh, yeah, okay.
You're a reading teacher.
I'm a reading teacher, and you are my student. Mr. M is the same relationship to Todd. Who's Mr. M?
Mr. M is a reading teacher.
All right, just a teacher. Good. Okay, and who else? Because here it says, first of all, the story, let me remind you, the story is called The Third Grade Detectives. Okay? The story is called The Third Grade Detectives. Then over here it says, the third grade detectives now had a new mystery to solve. Who left the pink handkerchief in Todd's treehouse? So when the question asks, who do you think will help Todd figure out the mystery? Who's going to help him figure out the mystery?
Mr. M.
And who else?
And Todd.
And who else?
And N.
Okay, well, I'm going to read this to you one more time, okay?
Okay.
The third grade detectives, right? The third grade detectives. There's a whole bunch of kids there, right? Now had a new mystery to solve. Who left the pink handkerchief in Todd's treehouse? Who else is going to be able to help Todd solve the problem? How about the third grade detectives?
Yeah.
Because what does it say?
The third grade detectives.
They now have a new mystery to solve, right? What's their new mystery?
The third grade detective.
What's their new mystery called?
Who left the pink handkerchief at Todd's treehouse?
So the question, I'm going to read it one more time. Who do you think will help Todd figure out the mystery?
The third grade detective.
And what makes you think that they will?
Because they have a new mystery to solve.
Okay. So if we were going to now do... I'm going to cut this off for a second. Great job, by the way. Great job.